Kekcast number 7. The gang is back. Like every week, you know how it goes. We start with the crown. And yeah. Briss, I think this is his third, if I'm right. His third crowning. So, Briss, give your
Mr.
thoughts.
Unlimited, that's who I am.
The real Mr. Unlimited.
Shit, bro. Only 3 losses. Fuck, I should have did a round robin. I should have made a parlay. But easy comes, easy goes. Ravens losing. That was like a big upset. But honestly, the Steelers are pretty good. Their defense is pretty good. That game was just it was a good game to watch, I'm not gonna lie. Um Both were coming back and forth. The Niners losing, that was kind of surprising just because like the Seahawks are not that good. Well, Gino is not that good. So, and the Falcons losing to the Broncos. What is Bo Nix him? Bo Nix cooking it up? I don't know, bro.
I'm saying it right now. Bo Nix is better than JD5.
You know, statistically, in the last few games, he'd be correct. I think I saw a stat where it was like 17 touchdowns to 9, like in the last 5 games or whatever. So I don't know. Bo Nix does look very impressive, but carry it more so to the defense. To be honest, as to why Denver uh had that route against the Falcons.
Right, but shit, he still was putting up numbers, bro. 370 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Pretty good, bro. Like, and this
hmm
is what's even more crazy is that this is like the same, like, very similar lineup that they had with Russell Wilson, and I mean, he's doing it. You know,
For sure, but I think he's really just bought into Sean Payton's system. A lot of people think the reason why Russ and them weren't able to really work together is because it's kind of just like two alphas in the room. One dude has his way of doing things and another has his. Bo, I think you're correct. I think he's flawlessly um, doing very well, at the quarterback position for them. But I don't know. Do you guys think that they could potentially be a wild card team?
What are the standings looking like?
they're 6-5.
Six and
So
five?
yeah, beating
I don't
Falcons made
know.
them 6-5. So
If I have to,
Falcons keep losing, man. I don't know. They could get up there.
they could, but I'm gonna say that they won't. They won't make it this year, but next year they could do it. You know, because I remember when everyone was coming into this year, everyone was saying Bo Nix is old. The guy's 24. He's younger than all three of us. So like, he's not old, and he had that extra year in college. I think because yeah, so I think he's good. I think JD5 is good, but I think it's a lot closer of a race for who's the best rookie quarterback between Bo Nix and JD5 than the mainstream sports media will tell you. ESPN will tell you that JD5 is unstoppable, but the real broadcaster, am here to tell you that that's not true. That is not true. That is glaze. But we're gonna go into the Sunday night football reaction. So that was a pretty good game. That was a pretty good game. Pretty controversial in terms of the Bengals are ass. The Bengals are so ass. Their offense, in terms of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're not ass. They're playing great. Joe Burrow is playing like someone who isn't in the position they are because what are they? 4-7. Joe Burrow is not playing like a guy who's leading a 4-7 team. He has over 3,000 passing yards, like 28 touchdowns and 4 picks on the year or something. Can't hate on that. He's playing great. Jamar Chase is doing great. But their defense, man, their defense is horrible. And their kicker is just horrible. I didn't get to see majority of the game. I caught the end because I was at work, but I saw that last 3-and-out that Joe Burrow did before he tried that dog shit Hail Mary. just looking just bad play calling, not good. Lines playing like shit. So really, my takeaway from Sunday Night Football is I do kind of feel bad for Jamar and Joe because they do deserve better because they're playing well. They're playing well, but they're for sure not making the playoffs and they're for sure not winning the Super Bowl. So, Briss, what do you think? What did you think of that game?
Honestly, I want to give it to. I think it's more Jamar Chase and like T Higgins, bro. I don't know, bro. They can do it. They can do it, but got to give my flowers to the Chargers, bro, because Justin Herbert's really good, bro. Like, he came back. I guess he hasn't been running, but dude, when he runs the ball, he looks good, bro. He looks like a dual threat if he really wanted to. But I feel like he's still learning like the NFL game where, you know, he's still like, a lot to learn and a lot to take. But I don't know, bro. The wide receivers that he has and the tight end Disley going off, McConkey, Johnston, Palmer, everyone was getting grabs, bro. So it's all like, all right, this young team, kind of a sleeper. And J.K. Dobbins also running the ball really well. Like, bro, the Chargers look good. They look good, bro. And it's kind of fun to watch them. So,
And they have the better Harbaugh brother coaching them.
yeah,
So
yeah, it
Absolutely.
was a good game.
I'd actually agree with my co-host Briss here, to be honest, because looking at the stat line too, and then watching the game as well, I was able to catch most of that game, particularly in the second half. But the most frustrating part for me when I was watching the Chargers offense was seeing Quinn Johnston either like I don't know if he wasn't trying on some of his plays, but like he'd had so many drops, and you see on the stat line here too, he was targeted like vastly, same as McConkey, but he went 2 for 8, and a few of them I think literally just like dropped like right out of his hands. He still has that same issue from last year, and it's carrying over, so that's super frustrating. But as far as the other receivers go, Disley absolutely stepped in really big. McConkey too is taking huge strides in the second half of his rookie campaign. I look to him to probably be their number one receiver going forward. And J.K. Dobbins as well, too. Having that touchdown to win them the game was
that was a good
poetry in
ass run.
motion.
That was a
It was
good run.
poetry in motion, yep.
That was, yeah. That was,
But I'd like to say quickly, though, on the Chargers, or not on the Bengals side, um, super frustrating and depressing, and it totally boils down to your defense because, like, also what Josh was saying, they have an MVP level quarterback and a possible triple crown threat in Jamar Chase. There's absolutely no reason your team isn't at the minimum 500. So, I'm expecting Zach Taylor's probably on the hot seat, and some changes are probably going to have to be made in the offseason if they want to, not waste away these guys' potential.
yeah. That kicker too, because the kicker sold him a few games. I don't know if it's 3 or 4, but there's been multiple games with the Bengals have been in that's come down to a field goal and the kicker's selling. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the Bengals. I just think,
Yeah, and we're talking about the Bengals. They went to the Super Bowl, bro. Like,
yeah,
so it's all like them to come down to this when they like, I'm like, oh, it's our year. We're gonna do it again, and now what? It's just kind of like, hate to say it, but they just kind of similar to the Cowboys, bro. Just like, what do we do now? Like, we paid our QB, we paid our wide receiver. Now what? But clearly, it's the defense.
yeah, yeah. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've been seeing people online saying that the Bengals are wasting Joe and Jamar's best years, but I don't think that's true. They're gonna keep playing like they are because I mean, Jamar Chase is gonna fall off next year. No, there's Joe Burrow, but we'll see what happens. But going into Monday Night Football. The Cowboys suck. The Cowboys suck. They are so bad. They are so bad, and it is. As a Cowboys hater, it's such a beautiful thing to see. such a beautiful thing to see. It's like poetry. It's like you can't make this shit up. You can't write this. You can't write this. It's for the last 30 years, Cowboys fans have been saying, yeah, exactly. Texans W. Best team in Texas. For the last 30 years, Cowboys fans are saying, this is our year. This is our year. We're good. We're good this year. We got it. Jerry Jones is saying, we got our squad. We're not making trades. We're not making trades. We're doing it. And then you know what they do? They go out and they do dog shit year after year after year times 30. It's literally been 30 years. So, hey, Jerry Jones, quit worrying about Mike Tyson. Quit worrying about boxing fights and worry about winning games. Thank you. That is my Monday Night Football reaction. I'm not going to give you any analysis, no stats, nothing like that. Jerry Jones, you suck. You do not know ball. Mike McCarthy needs fired, and the Cowboys fans are seething and they're pissed. X, take it away.
Appreciate it. Well, let me give the non-haterade, rent-free, analysis of the Cowboys, and for me to other Cowboy respecters out there, this is addition by subtraction. Ultimately, this year, this is a throwaway year. Doesn't matter. Every single week on to this point does not matter. You've lost your franchise quarterback, all right? And he's probably not. And there's questions of even if he should start next year. You know what I'm saying, or what they should do with him. So, my analysis though, Cooper Rush is a serviceable enough quarterback. He looked a lot better than last year, or not last year, last week. But I mean, 45 yards. I think it's pretty much impossible to not look better from that. So, the Texans looked also very mid too. If we're being completely honest, they've had a little skid in the past 4 games of not scoring in the second half. I think that's going to come back to bite them. This is talking about their offense, by the way. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm not a big fan. Still, I think it's a toss-up on who's the best team in Texas, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, yeah.
Okay, dude.
Dub's a dub.
Yeah.
Dub's a dub.
It wasn't even close.
It was pretty close. I don't know. The first half was pretty close. So
I think the Texans just need a better line, bro. Because that line is just not doing it. There's just too many. I don't know. I keep seeing it, and I saw it from last year too. It's just the same person, it's Tunsil. Just in late starts, jump start,
the penalties absolutely
holdings.
kill drives, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, and just I don't know, man. Just I had a parlay up, and I needed that Nico Collins, and they called back, and I'm like, great, but it doesn't matter because I had a CD tug too, and that didn't even happen. Pretty sure they called that one back too, where CD almost had it. Yeah, CD did have it, and they called it back. But it's Vegas. It's what it is. But it was a good game to watch. I'm not gonna lie. The defense from both sides were pretty good. So, but it's the offense, bro. Dallas needs a QB. Texans need a fucking better O line.
They need a better everything.
Yeah.
Oh, the Cowboys?
Yeah.
What? They need a better receiver? They need a better receiver?
Well, they need to trade him away so they don't ruin
Oh,
his
yeah.
career. First off.
Okay. Yeah.
They need a better quarterback, a better line, a better defensive front, better defensive secondary. They need a better coach. They need a better owner. And, and I'll say, look, Jerry, you're good at making money. You're good at making money. That's true. I can't hate on you for that. You print cash. But you need a GM. You need a front office. You can't do it all on your own.
You can't afford it.
Not. Yeah, true, because you gave all your money to fucking Dak like an idiot. So it is what it is. You got to fucking put on Mike Tyson, Jake Paul to recoup some of your losses. So I don't know.
Yeah, that fourth quarter, bro, like a lot of Cowboy players were getting hurt. Lots of them. So I don't know. Like, do they just start tanking at this point? Shit. I don't think you can set their pride.
They have too much pride. They have way too much pride as an organization to at least openly tank. So I don't know.
We'll see.
It's a tough position to be.
Might as well.
But
We'll
CD's
see.
gonna keep eating. So
You
and
guys
his
watch? You guys watch that Chiefs Bills game?
I
I watched
did. I
some
was
of it.
able
Yeah,
to catch a little bit of it. You take away that reaction. The big upset. At least our pick. Wait, didn't we all pick the Bills?
I picked the
Right?
Chiefs.
Oh, okay. Well, me and Briss
Yeah, bro.
saw
The
it. We
Bills.
saw the vision. Me and Briss saw the
Crazy thing
vision
is
this
that
week.
the Bills haven't beat the Chiefs in a minute, especially at home. So it's just crazy because I think it was like week 2, week 3, where the Texans played the Bills and they got the dub, and now the Texans are not looking so good. Well, they got a pretty good record, but the Bills looking better, bro. So
They're a real team, bro.
honestly, I feel like the Bills won that trade because they have a lot of people. Who's his name? I think his name is Curtis Samuel.
Yep.
Dude, he's
Ate.
so
He
raw.
ate. He
He's
ate.
so good. And then they have Khalil Shakur,
Amari
uh,
Cooper and then
and then
Keon Coleman.
Yeah, bro,
hmm
they're pretty good, bro.
Now they got a nice little stacked receiver core. I also really like their running back duo. They have a little bit of a duo tandem.
Oh,
The James Cook
Cook too.
and Ray
Good.
Davis. But they're that little guy, man. Ray Davis, watch out for him. He's solid.
Yeah. Bills looking good, bro. So they will finally beat the Chiefs, bro. I'm okay with that.
Did you guys see the Bills fans hanging the Kermit the Frog with a Chiefs jersey?
hmm Yes, I
Everyone was
did.
seething, but I thought it was kind of
That was
funny. I
awesome.
thought
That
it was
was
kind of
awesome.
funny. Like Bills
Oh, what?
Mafia.
What? Did they turn into like a race thing or something like
I don't know
that?
if they were turning into racing, but they were just like, "That's inappropriate,"
Oh,
whatever. And I'm
okay.
like, dude, it's ball, no holds
Right,
barred,
right. Come
Who
on.
whatever.
said that?
Everyone.
Raiders did it. No one said shit.
Exactly. Well, one thing though about this Chiefs game that I was really glorious to see is, Patrick Mahomes. Props to him, truly. But he is not the best quarterback in the NFL as it stands right now. That's still Lamar Jackson, and this defense carries him. And you see in a game where your defense can't carry you because you're going up against Josh Allen, and the refs can't rig it for you because too much points are being scored. He falters, and he throws 2 picks as well. Just to add on to it, I think it's fair to say, I don't think he's ever going to return to his early Patrick Mahomes form that we saw him at. And I don't know, maybe that's okay, but not very impressive in my opinion. And and one last thing too, people were trying to compare him before this loss, by the way, to um, what is it, Tom Brady and Randy Moss, and Tom Brady completely clears him. It's statistically within the first 9 weeks. Um, so that's one. But yeah,
I think the one thing that I like about Brady is that he made sure everyone got paid. Like I'm pretty sure he was like one of those QBs who took a pay cut to have players that he wanted. If I'm correct, I think that's because I don't know. I don't think Tom was ever chasing like a big ass bag.
well, one cool story I know for sure about Tom is when Gronk was on Tampa Bay, I think he needed like an extra catch or something like that, or a touchdown reception for his contract bonus, and he like force fed it to him. You know,
Yeah,
um, so
famous clip.
he's a real.
Gronk told him like, "Tom, I need one," and then Tom was like, "All right, let's get it," and he fucking did
Yep.
it. Yeah, but look, Tom's the goat. Like, I grew up hating on Tom, but I didn't really know what I was watching until it's like you don't know what a good thing is until it's gone. Tom's the
hmm
fucking goat. You know what I mean?
He is.
You know,
He is.
so I don't think Mahomes is Brady at all, but and I don't necessarily right now. I don't think Mahomes is even the best quarterback in the league.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
I, After he kept on winning Super Bowl rings, I think it's after. I think it's the Falcons game where I'm like, you know what? I think he's just a goat at this point. And then when he won the Bucks, I'm like, yeah, no one can take this away from him, bro. Like
Yep.
He's the GOAT, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they always say, like, it takes a lot to be successful. And, like, this is, like, with anybody. But, like, it means, like, being by yourself, sacrificing a lot, time. And, for his, his two kids and, has, his ex-wife having, like, starting a new life, divorcing him and all that shit. But he's the GOAT. And, it took a lot of sacrifice. It took losing, like, people that he loved. But that was his choice, bro. And it's like kind of common for like a lot of people who are very successful is that they lose a lot of people on the way up top. But he's on top.
True. Very true. But
Fact spitter right there.
yeah, it was. I don't know. Kind of like last week. Not a truly exciting week in the world of football. But
Lions are still fucking,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
the
so I was just about
Lions
to say,
domination
crazy.
Lions
is
put
crazy.
belt to ass. They put belt to ass against the Jaguars, dude. Like Steve Smith said, the Jaguars are some Jags, just a bunch of guys. You know what I mean?
No, but the Jags are the Jets, bro. The Colts, bro. You lost to the Colts
By 1 point.
Anthony
Too.
Richardson,
with
by the way.
Anthony Richardson, bro.
Kind of him.
Yeah, I know. I picked the
20
Colts.
for 30. That's crazy. That's crazy. But
I don't know.
yeah, not very exciting as well. I think my biggest takeaway though from this week is the Jets are a total dumpster fire. And as a Raider fan, I just love seeing Devontae kind of just disappear into nothingness
Damn.
basically.
Rent free.
It's not even rent free. It's just
Rent
like,
free.
hold up.
I
You ever
forgot he
have
was even on that team.
hold up. You ever just like pass by your old place of work, and you're just like, oh look, it's just like it's decaying, it's terrible. That's kind of like that, that's the analogy I would make of it. I'm just passing by, seeing that dumpster fire over in New York. I'm like, wow. Well, good luck. Have fun over there.
Hey, maybe next year, right? Maybe
Right.
next year. They need to learn how to fucking tackle is what they need to do. Sauce, Mister. We're in the NFL. We know how to tackle. We just got to make the tackles. Making no sense. If you knew how to tackle, you'd make the tackles. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But that's football. We're gonna get into the real story of the week, which is Mike Tyson came back. Mike Tyson, 58 years old, Mr. No Legs, came back and boxed Jake Paul.
Pretty sure he had cerebral palsy or some shit, bro. He did not look good.
No, he did not look good at all, dude. And
I
don't know what everyone
not
was
look
expecting.
good.
I don't know what anybody was expecting. You got a bunch of people. I get it. You grew up watching Mike Tyson. You saw him absolutely obliterating everyone. Mike in the 80s and the 90s, different animal. Mike in 1992, Mike Tyson literally leaves Jake Paul on the ring, like on the floor in the ring, unconscious for like probably 15, 20 minutes. But you got a bunch of fucking boomers being like, oh, Mike Tyson's going to turn back the clock. People didn't even watch Tyson at the end of his real career, where Tyson admits in his last real fight, not that Roy Jones bullshit or this Jake Paul bullshit, Mike admits, I just don't have it anymore. I have the will, but I don't have the skills, basically, something like that. He's got the mind for it, but his body can't follow. And that's exactly what happens. Father time, you just can't turn back the clock. The sports world's saying, oh, it's rigged. It's so rigged. Like Jake Paul kept signaling Mike to calm down and all this shit. Look, bro. He's 31 years older than Jake Paul. Jake Paul is 27 years old. I just don't know what everyone expected. People at my gym were saying, oh, I hope Tyson can turn back the clock. You know what I mean? And it's like, yo, we're supposed to be like, let's get serious here. I'm the only one saying like my coach goes, what are you going to bet on it? And I'm like, dude, an hour of cardio. I'll bet you an hour of cardio straight that Jake Paul easily wins, and I was right. So it's just sad. I don't know. It's just sad that people have the takes they did on that, but I don't know. X, what do you
As
think?
a person, sorry, X, but as
No,
a person that like gambles, it was so obvious that Jake was gonna win, bro. So obvious, bro. It's like that. I'm not saying that Jake Paul is that Tom Brady, but like in a way, when everyone wanted Tom to lose, bro, he kept on winning. Same with Jake, bro. Everybody wants him to lose, but he keeps on winning, bro. And it's always the people betting against the odds, and they lose money, bro. They always lose money. No one bet on. Look, it was Drake betting on Mike Tyson, bro. Everyone was betting on Mike Tyson. I'm like, bro, go to Jake Paul. No, bro, the odds are way better on this end. I'm like, bro, lose your money, I guess, bro. Lose your money, I guess. But that shit was just so obvious, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I my reaction ultimately to it is a little bit sort of the same of going into it. It was a bit of disgust, if I'm being for real. And I look at America and the way that we treat our sporting legends to have them sort of be masqueraded in this way as just pathetic, if I'm being real. There's no reason a 57-year-old Mike Tyson, should have been in that ring boxing a guy that young. Shame on the Texas Athletic Commission for allowing that to take place. Shame on Jerry Jones, from being real for you, for having that stadium and housing all those people. And I get it, huge money, huge eyes, but I'm just coming at it from just as an old school boxing fan, where I feel like Hall of Famers should be respected. They should have a certain pedigree. And these things are very common throughout boxing. We saw it take place, for example, with Muhammad Ali. And knowing, obviously hindsight's 2020, but imagine if Muhammad Ali would have stepped away and didn't fight some of the fights that he did. Maybe his quality of life would have been a little bit better, at the tail end of his career. And that's all I could think of for Mike, is that I just hope that his quality of life is good. I'm glad he got paid. I'm glad that he didn't get knocked down or sort of anything severe happened. But yeah, if I'm being real, it was just disgusting. It was kind of it was lowbrow. But yeah,
And I'm going to say this too. For all you people out there, stop looking into training videos. Stop. It means absolutely nothing. Everybody can look good on pads. Everybody. Everybody can look powerful and fast and dangerous on pads. You have to stop looking into training footage. Now, if you see some leaked sparring footage, you could probably take some stuff from that. But you cannot tell anything about someone and how they're going to fight based on their fucking pad work. You cannot. A 10-second edited clip put to some music shows you nothing. It shows you absolutely nothing. Because I say that because I keep seeing in comment sections people going,
well, wait, hold up. You're telling me 15 to 30 seconds of a guy hitting the mitts does not translate into like what 15, 20-minute fight, right?
no.
Roughly. Okay, just making sure. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just because it's pretty obvious that, like, sorry to cut you off or whatever, but you could even see in the earlier rounds. That's when Mike Tyson had his best chance, is when his adrenaline was a little bit up, basically within the first 30 and 40 seconds. Once that teetered off, and that's the other reason probably why they had to do 2-minute rounds other than 3. Had they done 3-minute rounds, I think the likelihood of him getting knocked out or TKO'd would have been increased probably by 10 or 15% easily. So yeah.
Just stop looking at training videos, because I keep seeing in the comment section people saying, oh, well, I saw his training footage and he looked so good in training, but when he got in the ring, it was obvious he was being forced to slow down. It's like, dude, no, absolutely not, because training is one thing, but when you get in the ring and you hear the crowd, your adrenaline is going, you get tired way quicker. I can hit pads for an hour, but you get tired in 3 minutes in a fight. You do. It doesn't matter. So just stop looking into that, please. But one thing I will say is this: I will give props to Jake Paul for this. If you watch the post-fight press conference, Jake Paul admitted that he kind of carried Mike a little bit because he said that he didn't want to hurt someone that does not need to be hurt. So I absolutely respect Jake for doing that because Jake for sure could have just floored him. Could have left Mike unconscious on the mat, and it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good. But so, props to Jake for that. That's a good thing to do, and I mean it adds into the whole narrative that it was a rigged fight. But I don't think it was a rigged fight at all. I just think Mike is 50 fucking 8 years old, and you.
It was a glorified sparring session that
Exactly.
everyone bought into. That's literally all it was.
Yeah.
It was a glorified sparring session that everybody bought into.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a professional like fight or whatever, and it wasn't like as an exhibition, or whatever. It doesn't matter, I think, but it was an under the table type agreement.
Yeah.
I think how it was going to play out.
Yeah, but this is like what I'm trying to say is like this is such like a cash cow, like kind of spit in the face, fuck you type shit. Cause like Jake Paul's audience is not. They don't know boxing, bro. They don't know fighting.
Well, they're learning about
But
it. They're just getting
I
into
know,
it.
but like they clearly don't know fighting because all they're like, oh yeah, Mike Tyson, we know him from the Hangover, oh the great fighter, blah blah. Like just know what you know, not most of these people haven't even like seen him fight, bro. Like they've never seen him fight, so they're
No.
like, oh you're just gonna, oh yeah, of course Mike Tyson's. So this audience is obviously, oh, just gonna get pulled in. They're gonna make these bets. Vegas loves that. A bunch of stupid idiots who don't think logically on, you know, and boom, they bought the fight. They
Boom.
both get paid. Vegas wins the majority of the money, and we all look like fools, bro. We all look like fools
100%. a
because
hundred
that's how
percent.
that's how I see it. I see it
W.
like that. I'm not saying that it's rigged, but it's predetermined, bro. Like you can just tell what's gonna happen, bro. Like if you thought that Mike Tyson was gonna win, bro, you're kind of an idiot. Like,
That you're a
Well, it's
dumbass.
Pope.
You're a
Well, that's
dumbass.
yeah,
no.
it's
It's not
Pope.
you being an idiot. It's not you being
Yes,
any
it
of that.
is because
It's
it's
just
Pope.
straight up
You're
nostalgia
hoping.
and cope. Yeah, it's nostalgia
You're
and cope. Could you
hoping.
imagine? But
There's
could
a
you
difference.
imagine?
There's a difference between hoping and knowing. Like
For sure.
we
But could you
knew
imagine?
that Jake. We knew Jake. Oh yeah, we can imagine all we want, but it didn't happen, so we will never know.
But you're a young kid. You're seeing Mike Tyson floor people, right? You just see him like, you're like 10, 15 years old. Your dad's coming home from work. He turns on the Mike Tyson fight, where he's
Your
just,
dad.
boom, knocking dudes out in the first round. And then, boom, like 20 years later, your son comes up to you. He's like, hey, dad, like Mike Tyson's fighting this influencer and streamer. You don't know anything. You're a total normie. And then you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you know what? Tyson's one of the best one-shotters ever. I'll tell you what, he's gonna, and that's just how it is. And you know what? I respect it.
Pretty
But
much.
if
Pretty
you've
much.
been,
You see it.
if you've ever boxed, that's what's sort of crazy. Like, there's a reason why older trainers, like our older trainers outside of the mitts, outside of the box, they're not in there like sparring every single week like with the young guys. Like, age is a real thing. Boxing's a young man's game. But I love Mike, man. I honestly love Mike. I'm just, I'm
No,
happy for him. If I'm being
I
real, I'm
I
happy
like
that
him
bro
too,
got his bag. But I do think it's a
but
stupid stain to his legacy. This, like,
at the end of the day, it's
yeah,
business is business, bro. Like business is business. People nowadays rather make a bag than say what it actually is, bro. Cause like, bro, you're fighting basically a senior citizen, bro. Like, who's probably like dealt with a ton, lots of hits to the head. Like you guys said, like towards the end, I because I watched Mike Tyson's like the end, like towards the end of his career, he was like giving up. He's like just like he doesn't look out of it. Looks, and that was him in his like prime, coming down young. So imagine now. You still think he's gonna be? No, he's taking a lot of damage. Like I don't know. You kind of have to be a fucking idiot to pick Mike, because like that's just like cope. It's just pride and it's just hatred towards Jake Paul. Because then at the end of the day, they win. Business is business, bro. So
Yeah,
You hate him or love
you
him,
got to
bro.
admit, buying into the whole Jake Paul he's basically just playing himself like a heel, like it's the WWE or something
No,
like that, and
it
it's so
it,
cringe because everyone buys into it. It's like, oh, I
it
hate Jake Paul. They're so
like
cocky. They're this or that. It's like
exactly.
you're literally buying
No,
into
like that,
how they
like
get
that's
their
how
money.
I
It's
see it.
hilarious.
I
But yeah,
literally see it just like that, where like I'm not saying it's scripted, but it's predetermined on what goes on. Just because at the end of the day, Jake Paul does lose in one of those matches, people are still gonna watch him because
yep,
why? He's an asshole. He
yeah.
plays really good of like getting under people's skin and like bro, like you said, bro, it's literally the WWE, bro. He's playing real. Maybe it's not like backflips and acrobatic shit, but it's boxing. He turned that and he's pulling people that never boxed before or no fighting or watch real boxing or legends and shit, or they just know of Mike Tyson. Oh yeah, he'll beat him for
He's
sure.
even getting like actual. Now he's starting to get actual boxers to call him out. So I saw Javante Davis called him out, and then I saw another guy called him out too. Forgetting his name, I'm sorry.
Well,
Beterbiev.
Yeah,
Beterbiev, I
thank you.
believe, is how you pronounce it. It's one of those weird Russian
Is he
names.
a champion? Is he
Yeah,
like
I think he's
a
the
W?
current cruiserweight champion.
See, look at that. Isn't that crazy? So this fool basically, if you want to take that route, like every fight scripted or whatever, he basically scripted and faked his way into like getting championships, championship boxers to call him
yeah,
out. I think that's hilarious because there are legit dudes, right, who've taken boxing the legit
right.
way, and they can't even get close to as much money as Jake's getting right now. So
Yeah,
it's just
but
wild.
also I'll give props to Jake because I want to say I don't know, probably not 100 sure, but I want to say that he endorsed the whole thing himself.
Yeah.
Like he started from like just like how any like person that starts something, like he started it. He pulled in TikTokers, he pulled in influencers to fight each other. Like you're like, who the fuck is that? Like, oh, what the fuck? It's Salt Bae. And like you don't even know their real names. You're just picking characters out of fucking TikTok and making fighting with each other. Like what? Like Nate Robinson, bro. Who we haven't heard of him since like. And that's like another thing. Like, oh yeah, Nate Robinson. He's just a great athlete. He'll beat it. No, bro. Like he's old. Like he needs his retirement fund. Any old ass motherfucker is gonna go
Woodley
with Jake
Woodley
and get
surprised me. I'm not even finna cap. That was the one that opened my eyes. I was like, okay, what? How is that even? Because for me, Tyron Woodley was a trained professional fighter though at that time,
right,
and he had won a championship.
right.
So
But
and
like
then
he
Jake was only coming off
Multiple
like
defenses
two
too.
fake, and Jake was coming off of like two celebrity fights.
right,
So for him to knock him out was like
but
that was so
he
surprising.
was
You
also
gotta
coming
admit that
down
just completely
right.
flipped
But
like how we respect athletes and shit because it's like at the end of the day, if you got money and you train, no, for real. If Jake has money and he trains for several years, he's a boxer. It is what it is.
No,
Like
he's a boxer. People can't
he's
take that
legit.
away from him. He's a boxer. The Tyron
Hmm.
Woodley one didn't really surprise me
yeah,
because
because he was already losing before this, bro, and
Tyron was washed.
he was not gonna get another fight. After he got, I want to say he got, I forgot who he fought, but he like got knocked, done for, bro. He was gone, and he goes to
Yeah.
boxing, bro. He
Tyron Woodley
done
got
so.
50-45 by Colby Covington. Like
There you go.
he was
Yep.
washed. If you take 2014 Tyron Woodley, maybe it's a little different. But that one, I don't know. That one didn't really surprise me. Neither did what's his face, Ben Askren. That one,
Yeah.
if you've watched any Ben Askren fight, you know that Ben Askren can't strike for fucking anything.
Dog shit.
The one that surprised me from Jake, I'll be honest, is the Tommy Fury fight because that was a pretty close fight. Tommy won,
Hmm.
but Jake held his own. So yeah,
I think the only reason why boxers from like out like from like the different organization is because they see what Jake's doing. Like they see in the business aspect of like it's an easy cash cow. Like Jake can pull, but like Gervonta Davis can pull, or like knowing some real because these are two different like boxing shits, bro.
Yes, yeah,
Like
you're right.
that
It
one,
should be kind of
like this is
separated.
like more,
Yeah,
more
professional boxing and like celebrity boxing,
yeah. Because
basically.
I want to say that Jake Paul is more like his exhibitions are more like Zoomers and like Gen Z motherfuckers
Yeah,
and below the little
yeah,
kids
yeah,
who watch that shit.
yeah,
While like the other organization is like people who like been watching boxing and
for sure.
so like collecting the two, bro. Whew, ratings is gonna go up, bro. So I think,
That's
and
what I'm
also
saying.
I
Could
think
you
a lot of
imagine
these.
Tank? Yeah, Tank versus him would do so much numbers, bro. It'd
Oh
be
yeah,
just like Floyd versus
like,
Logan. It'd be huge. It'd probably be even bigger for being real.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I think Jake needs to fight a boxer next. He has to fight a boxer next. There's no excuse. He has to fight a boxer next. Period. Like
Yeah.
period
right.
point blank. No more of this. No more MMA fighters. No more athletes. No more washed old boxers. You have to fight a real boxer. It doesn't need to be Artur Beterbiev, who by the way is 21-0 with 20 wins by knockout. So, and he lost
That would be
to
that'd be a good fight.
yeah, he's the light heavyweight champion currently, the undisputed light heavyweight champion, as well as the Ring Magazine and IBO. So he holds all the belts, and
Imagine Jake just snatches it from him, takes all the belts.
I think he offered to put them all up against Jake. So
That's crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
See, let's
but
let's hope. Let's hope. I know Canelo doesn't want that smoke. Canelo is like allergic to like big money fights that everybody wants to see. You know, serious. But yeah, that's
yeah,
another topic
you
though. Are we?
motherfucker, you motherfucker.
Do we got time for John Jones and Stipe,
We're
or
at
are we going?
41 minutes, so we can keep it going if you want. We'll
Okay,
keep it
bet.
short. I'll go through it. So we had UFC 309. It was a decent card. It wasn't the best card ever. Um, it started off with my boy Ruffy in the um, opening card or opening fight of the main card. Mauricio Ruffy versus James Lontop. James Lontop, hell of a chin. I don't know how he stayed up. Ruffy. There's a gym called the Fighting Nerds, and there's four main fighting nerds, I guess you can call. Ruffy is good, but I don't think he's really what everyone was hyping up to be after that fight. Then you have a woman's fight that no one cared about. Then you have Bo Nickel, Paul Craig. Bo Nickel, accomplished American wrestler, like 3 or 4 time NCAA champion, versus Paul Craig, some Scottish dude. The entire crowd was like booing Bo Nickel and like calling him overrated.
Did he
Um,
still manage to win?
yeah, by decision. It was totally
Ooh,
boring. Like the card was
he's
weird
been
because
getting hyped though the past few
he
years. I feel
lost
like,
it.
or past.
He lost it after that one. Like
Cool.
because Bo Nickel.
Oh, Nickel.
Yeah, he lost it after that. But the two main fights of the night, we had Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler, which was a really good fight, if you ask
Yeah.
me. And then the reason why that's a good fight, Chandler's been out for 2 years and looked every bit of he's been out for 2 years. And Charles just keeps for somehow he's been in the UFC since I don't know, I think like 12 years now. Most finishes, if I'm right, I'm pretty sure I'm right. Most finishes in UFC history. Former champ, lost it to Islam Makhachev, but Charles just keeps getting better somehow. He looked extremely controlled. He controlled all positions except for when Chandler went haywire on the back of his head there. So watch out for Charles. I think he's going to give Islam a run for his money this time. But the main event of the night, John Jones, Stipe Miocic. So basically,
Let's talk about it.
all week I've been just slandering John Jones, calling him a manufactured goat, calling him a total piece of shit, which he is. But hats off. John did what John did, goat shit. He fought Stipe Miocic, who is the heavyweight goat. My big fear is that people don't know who Stipe is. Stipe is considered the heavyweight GOAT, right? The heavyweight division, not MMA, but the heavyweight division. He's the GOAT. Okay, 2-time champion.
Over Brock and Randy Couture
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Lesnar.
Yeah.
That's just what's so like surprising to me. I guess, but when you look at his resume, it's kind of like when you look
Yeah.
at just like his record or whatever.
The only people he's lost to in the heavyweight division, first it was DC, who he lost to, but then he fought again and took the belt back. And in that fight, if you know that fight, considered one of the best, like mid-fight game plan switches to ever happen, because DC was winning, but then Stipe started going to the body, completely took him out of there. He beat Francis once, and then lost to Francis 4 years ago. Got completely knocked out cold, but everyone saw that coming. Then he lost to John. Now, I'm going to take the position on this that, look, if all you see is that highlight kick, that spinning back kick, great spinning back kick, okay? Great spinning back kick.
By the way, this guy, you should go live on air. You should tell everyone. Didn't you say John Jones striking is shit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when he broke his rib with that spinning back, was that just shit? Was that just a shit strike?
No, I just said that was a great kick. Great kick.
Okay, good.
But
Okay, good.
Fight,
Because I gotta see it. All right.
If you watch the fight, if you actually watch the fight, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He was literally turning his back and running from Stipe to avoid exchanges. He was getting hit by Stipe Miocic, who has been practically retired for 4 years as being a fireman. Full-time fireman, not fighting, for 4 years. Stipe managed to, even with one judge, take a round off John. Okay? John Jones took a 4-year retired firefighter to nearly to the 4th round.
And let's contextualize it. John is returning from injury as well. So, right?
Yeah, that's what he says. I don't really believe it, but
oh, okay. But so, and even with that, returning from injury just totally dominates at the end of the day.
Yeah, but if everyone knew that would happen, like I was trolling all week, whatever, I was trying to meme it into existence. But just like Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, you knew who was going to win this fight. It's obviously John. But the big story is, and I don't give a fuck, I'm going to scream this to the rooftops, he is ducking Tom Aspinall. He's absolutely ducking Tom Aspinall. And I'll give you 2 reasons why. 2 reasons why, and this is all I really need. 1, it's a question mark. Okay? John Jones, if you know John, he loves to study his opponents. Okay? Tom Aspinall has, I think, the 2nd shortest fight time in UFC history. Okay? There's no footage on him besides Tom dominating. Okay? So to John, it's a huge question mark. Okay? And 2, there's really never been a heavyweight like Tom in terms of speed and having all the skills. Tom can grapple. He can wrestle. And yes, he strikes 10 times better than John. So
is he also a natural heavyweight as well?
Yeah. Like 255, like just boom. He doesn't cut weight. He just rocks up and is that. I think, dude, people just don't know fighting. Look, that fight is a really close fight. I don't blame John for not wanting to fight Tom, because if anybody's gonna beat Tom, if anybody's gonna beat John, it's Tom. Just a fact. If someone is gonna beat John and someone's gonna leave John either to tap or get knocked out, it's gonna be Tom Aspinall. This is not like anybody he's ever fought his entire career. There's not someone you can pick out from John's resume, I'm sorry, but is as good as Tom. And that's not glaze. That's not anything. Tom is just built different. Tom represents the new era of fighting. Okay? Tom is a guy who, like Khabib, was literally bred his entire life to be a fighter. From when he was a kid to now. Just how it is. So I don't really blame John for not wanting to fight him, because it's such a question mark and he doesn't want to leave that stain on his legacy. But that's my rant.
Briss?
That's my rant.
What's your thoughts? Yeah. I want to hear Briss's thoughts on the fight on John Jones versus Stipe. The potential matchup between him and Aspinall. How would that fare?
I saw parts of it because I was in Bend, and Bend, I guess no one watches UFC, but didn't like how many rounds did it take?
3 rounds. He knocked him out 4 minutes 29 seconds into the third round. So basically 4 rounds. 30 seconds
Yeah,
left in the
so
third round.
like my take is like seemed pretty long. The match seemed pretty long for
Playing with the spoon.
to say
That's
someone
all I can say.
who's the goat versus someone who's washed, and
Completely washed.
he's just at this point he's just kind of picking and choosing. I'm not like, yeah, we could say he's a goat, but where you been, bro? Like, like,
Ducking Francis Ngannou.
well, where yeah, that's another fight that would have been great too. Is Francis Ngannou great? That would have been a great fight, but he where was he? And now he comes back. Now he's demanding for Alex Pereira. Like, come on, bro. Like,
A middleweight, by the way. Middleweight.
yeah.
185
So
pounder, by the way.
I
Sure,
feel like John Jones is a little envious of Alex Pereira, because Alex Pereira, yeah, he might have lost, but
Honestly,
he still gets more love than
that's what.
ever
Yeah,
after he
yeah.
lost, bro. Like he's that they love Alex, bro. Like everybody loves him, bro. So
I
I
think
don't
it's a
know.
really good fight that brings in a lot of money for the UFC, and quite frankly, it would be foolish, idiotic even, to deny that based off of egos, and that's apparently I think is where this is going to head to. Dana has a strong arm position that hey, you need to fight this guy. Uh, he's the interim champ. He's been for years, and to Aspinall's credit, absolutely, the
Right.
stats are all there. He has been every time he goes up against guys. He's finished them roughly within the first round. But to quote the GOAT, Floyd Mayweather, man, I don't know if he's a pay-per-view attraction like that. Alex Pereira versus John Jones, I just think that's iconic. That's historic. It's a great send-off for John Jones' career. I think it's picture perfect. So hopefully, I just think Dana just ultimately concedes. If not, John
Yeah.
Jones is going to retire, and then
But
that will be
John
that.
Jones hasn't been around, bro. So it's all like you can't just come in here and just start demanding shit. Like you already got caught up with peds. Like you can't come in here and start demanding shit. Like you've already done so much wrong. And I don't know.
The only
That's how
person
I
in the
see it.
UFC history that they canceled a pay-per-view card for was John Jones because he would not fight Chael Sonnen on like 3 weeks' notice.
Yeah, and you see
John
that
does
kind
not
of
take
shit,
risks, bro. John
but
does
you but
not
you
take
see
risks.
but you see how that kind of mentality he has. Like, no, I gotta for sure have a dub. Like, I gotta for sure
Mm-hmm.
that it benefits me. Like, and we're calling this the GOAT. Like Alex Pereira, maybe he's not the GOAT, but he's always
Cormier was
picking
not a
fights.
for sure dub. It's just so funny now how
But but
everything
but
switches once he wins. Once it's just the same with Floyd too. Floyd constantly people were saying, "Oh, he's ducking him. He beats him." Blah blah
right.
blah blah.
But
The same thing's happening with John here. Unfortunately, I mean he beat Gustafsson. He beat
right.
Cormier twice. Um, do we need to go on? He beat Rampage. What was it? Rampage Jackson back in the day. I mean, bro's got a resume. He's got a way better resume than Aspinall, if we're being for real.
Right.
If
So,
you
But
know if you know fighting, you know that John Jones' resume is not that impressive. I'm sorry, I'll say it. He fought.
like
I'm sorry, but it's just not. It's just not that impressive. Like he has some good fights. He has some good wins. His best wins ever are both DC fights. That's a fact.
yep.
But he lost to Dominic Reyes. It counts as a win because the judges gave him the
Yeah,
fight.
Cope. Nice little Cope.
If you
Yeah.
watch that fight, John did not win that fight. Barely beat Thiago Santos. Okay. had to illegally knee Anthony Smith, and not even hating on John. Anthony Smith is an idiot because he continued the fight. Dumb.
Based.
He fought Gus twice. The second time, Gus is washed. Fought DC twice, and the second time he fought DC, it got turned into no contest because he popped dirty. DC didn't pop dirty, but John did. John did though. He fought OSP, which was a boring ass fight if you remember that shit. Daniel Cormier won, great win. Probably his best win ever is the first DC fight. Glover Teixeira, that's a good win too because at the time Glover Teixeira was the bee's knees. But I don't know. Gus is his most impressive win to me because it showed heart. Chael Sonnen, undefeated, undisputed, joking, whatever. Chael Sonnen, he's going to whip the shit out of Chael Sonnen. Vitor, I think this is when Vitor was coming off of off the roids, so not that impressive. Rashad Evans, Jag. Lyoto Machida, Jag. Quentin Rampage Jackson, good personality, Jag.
Wow, get him out of here.
Won
That's
the belt
crazy.
Off Shogun.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Get him out of here, bro.
Quentin Rampage Jackson is 38-14. Jag.
That's a Jag. How is that? Look at Charles Oliveira, who you glazed. Pull up his record.
I gotta check it right now, but
yeah, 38-14 versus what? 35-11.
The only thing that I compared John to and like Alex is
35
that Alex will pick up any fight.
25-10. Is that what you said?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he's on pace to probably lose more fights than Rampage Jackson in his career. If he went okay, all right.
But,
But
I don't know.
you know.
I just think it wasn't as impressive of a win as everyone's making it out to be. Sure, it was a good back kick, great highlight, all that shit, but not that impressive, dude. Really not that impressive.
It dented his ribs, bro. Like,
bro, it's a good kick. I'm not gonna hate on the kick. It was a good, powerful kick, sure, but
I don't think Aspinall's taking that kick. For being for real, I don't think he's taking that kick.
Yeah, because John.
I think he's tapping.
Floor.
I think honestly, he's tapping. If we're being real, he's tapping while standing. That's how that fight will go out.
No,
he will tap while standing. Be like, okay, I can't do any more of this.
I don't know, John. If you want to come on the pod. You can come on the pod, and I'll tell you to your face, my boy, that was not that impressive a win.
Go.
So,
go.
Duck Francis and he duck Tom. You know, he is the GOAT. I can't say he's not the GOAT, but
that Francis fight would have been lit.
Yeah, I agree.
He
ducked
Francis.
I think that would have been more lit than him fighting Alex.
100%.
That would.
100%, bro. But
him and Alex are still gonna sell. Like, we're not.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like back in the day, like we were all talking about it. No talks whatsoever.
Right.
Nothing happened.
And real quick, just because Alex is a middle, I get he's the smaller guy, or whatever. I still think he has a chance. I still think he has a puncher's chance. A puncher's chance, bro. Dude, have you heard the term puncher's chance?
Dude, what? Alex Pereira got taken down by Israel Adesanya. What do you think John is going to do to him in the grappling department? It's going to look exactly like Ciryl Gane.
That's what people say about Aljamain Sterling versus what's his name, Sugar Sean. Okay, maybe he'll get a knee straight to his face if he goes for a takedown. We don't know that. Alex is good, bro. He's flow.
He's good, but he's a middleweight.
Flow.
He's a middleweight, and he's fighting. He's really a light heavyweight, but
yeah,
he came in the game as a middleweight. He has no grappling. No wrestling, none. John wants to fight a small guy that doesn't have any grappling. It's a guaranteed dub, dude. It's a guaranteed dub, an absolute guaranteed dub. John versus Alex. It's not even close. Like, it would sell a lot of pay-per-views, sure, but if you know what you're looking at, it's not even a close fight, dude. It's not even a close fight. Him versus Tom is a real fight. It's a real fight. It's a question mark, and John cannot answer that question.
I agree.
So that's why he's running from him. He is ducking Tom. Whether anybody wants to admit it or not, or John wants to admit it or not, he is not going to fight Tom because he cannot take that risk. He cannot take that level of risk. But we'll see. If John wants to fight again, we'll see what happens. But that's that. We're just going into the weeds here. It's time for the best part of the week.
Yes, the picks.
We have our picks.
I gotta redeem myself, man.
So
Brutal.
let me pull the games up here.
Yeah, you guys need to tie again so you can know what it feels like to be up here.
We did tie this week, which is funny. Me and X did tie. So fuck you, bro. Fucking shitter, bro. So we got Thursday night football. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers led by 4-0 Mr. Unlimited against the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. What are you thinking? I'm saying Steelers.
Yeah.
All three Steelers. This is about to be a problem, boys. I'm gonna go Steelers as well. I think that defense is too nice. I love Jameis Winston, but I don't know. I think primetime football is gonna be a perfect time for Tomlin to shine. He's about to outcoach Kevin Stefanski. Let's get it, Steelers. Let's get it. W.
Yeah, that's pretty much. Russ 5-0, by the way. Everyone was saying that's the dumbest move in football history. Why would you bench JF? He's 4-2. Why would you do that? He's not even turning the ball over. Russ
I'm one of those people. I'll take a lap. Yeah, I'll take a lap.
Division, beat the Ravens. About to be 5-0. Okay, Tomlin knows ball.
Russ didn't do shit that game.
Bro, he moved the chains. He moved the chains to put Boswell in position to kick those field goals. And honestly, what is his name? Darnell Washington? Hey, bro, how about you fucking jump? How about you jump for the ball instead of just watching it go behind you?
Why don't you just throw it out of bounds? Why don't you just throw it out of bounds like a high IQ quarterback?
He's trying to make a play. He's not Justin Fields.
Why are you trying to make a play when you could just take three?
Hey, bro, why is Justin Fields sliding? Why is Justin Fields sliding a yard before the first down?
Because he doesn't have any juice. He's not practicing with the first teamers and stuff. Like, come on, what a stupid question. Let's be real.
For a reason. 4-0, about to be 5-0. And I'm the only person standing up for Russ. I'm never gonna let anybody live that down. I was the only one, and I'm right. I'm so right. Anyhow, Texans versus the Titans in Houston.
Huh? I see it. Oh, I see it.
I'm going Texans.
You know?
Yeah, Texans.
Fuck. Even though Texans are wishy-washy, I just don't trust the Titans.
Yeah, I don't trust them either. I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go Texans. Joe Mixon should cook, man. That is what it is. Ugh. I don't like that game, though. I really don't like that game.
They need to figure it out in the passing game.
For real.
It's not looking good. If Joe Mixon's carrying, because Joe Mixon is injury prone.
Yep.
He's good, but he's injury prone.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Damn, these games are so shit.
We have the Vikings versus the Bears in Chicago.
I'm going to go with the Vikings here, and my reasons are quite simple. Caleb Williams is the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. You're a total embarrassment to the Bears organization. And that's that, pretty much. Sorry to go at your neck like that, but, if I'm being for real, I'm just tired of seeing, like, the overhypeness. Like, when they get overhyped to a point that it's so crazy. Like, because I never saw anything that guaranteed, like, going back to his USC days, I never saw anything that guaranteed him as a first-round pick. Guaranteed. I thought Jay and Daniels looked way better at LSU, personally. So.
Yeah, bro. I don't even think.
Well, yeah, with this whole group chat. Yeah, to be honest, the whole group chat. I think we all picked Jaden as the best quarterback.
Yeah.
In this class. So, but yeah, going Vikings.
Next we have our Briss.
Well, yeah, what's Briss?
I'm going Vikings, bro. That's it.
Okay.
I don't want to shit on anyone.
We have the Cowboys versus the Commanders in Washington.
Jeez.
Commanders. Easy.
America's team, baby. Commanders.
You know, I'm gonna go
Take the
with
boys. Take your boys.
nah. We're trying to
No.
get crowns. We're trying to get crowns this week. Let's be realistic. I think JD5 is gonna have a really good game. I'm gonna go with the Commanders here. Big divisional rival game though. Should be high scoring.
Okay. It's a real week, though. X didn't sell. He didn't pick the Cowboys, so it's going to be a close week either way. Patriots, Dolphins. Wow, what a terrible game.
I'm going Fins.
Yeah, I got to go with the Fins. Yeah, I got to go with the Dolphins. Easy.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots. They have juice, man. I don't know what it is. I really like Drake May. We were talking about Bo Nix earlier in the stream, but I think right there, I think Bo Nix, Drake May, JD5, I think all three of them are going to be real good quarterbacks in this league for the foreseeable future.
Yep. We'll see. We'll see. We got the Chiefs at the Panthers.
I'll say it. I'm going to go Panthers. I'm 100% going Panthers.
Chiefs. There's no way
I'm
they take 2
100%.
L's in a row.
I'm 100% going Panthers, bro.
Yeah.
Bryce Young's got juice. Adam Thielen's coming back. It's about to be a problem. I'm going to pick Carolina and win like 21-14.
I'm going Chiefs.
There's no way they lose twice in a row.
All right. It's what it is.
We got the Buccaneers versus the Giants in New York.
I'm going Giants.
I'm going Bills.
No, Buccaneers.
Oh, Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Buccaneers,
Sorry.
Giants.
I'm gonna go Bucks still.
Yeah, I'm going
I don't
Bucks.
trust the Giants.
I'm going Buccaneers because New York's my favorite team, but we're tanking. Daniel Jones is out. Tommy DeVito's in. We're tanking. Cam Ward, welcome to New York. Bucks all day. Next, we have Lions-Colts. It's going to be an absolute belting. Lions.
We all Lions here. We're all for the Lions glaze, I guess. Yeah. Brutal.
Big glaze.
Next, we have the Denver Broncos playing the Las Vegas Raiders in Vegas. I got Broncos. Broncos taking it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go with the Broncos as well. I think this will be a real stout defensive stomping. But you know what's crazy is we have a really good streak against them. We usually win. But you know what? I think it's over. I'm gonna go Denver.
Okay.
And their defense is about to cook. Bad.
Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Seattle Seahawks. Give me the Cards. Give me the Cardinals.
Chris?
Cards.
Yo. Let me get Arizona, man. Let me get Arizona. I'm going Carolina. I gotta win this week. I'm winning this week, man. I'm telling you. I need that crown. I need the solo crown, too. No sharing it like some liberal utopia or whatever. I need the crown. I need the solo crown.
Okay. 49ers, Packers. I'm going Packers. Yeah, Packers. Give me Green Bay. In Lambeau, November. Yeah. Give me the Packers.
I think that's a safe bet as well. Yeah, I'm going to go Packers. You said it's a home game?
Yeah, in Green Bay, November, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Clearly.
Packers.
Briss?
He really thinks CMC is gonna cook? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Niners, bro.
Dang! He
I'm gonna stick to
thinks?
that.
Give me
Yeah,
that crown,
That's
boy. Give me
crazy.
that crown. I'm
I,
eating. Give
I
me that
know.
crown.
No, I know. I don't think I fucking know.
Okay. Eagles Rams in LA. Sunday Night Football, by the way. So Sunday Night Football is Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams. I'm gonna go with. I go with Eagles, Philly.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams. Actually, I am gonna go with the Rams in LA. Still got something to fight for. I'm gonna go LA.
Mm, fuck.
It's an obvious pick. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, I go Eagles.
yeah.
How's it an obvious pick? Y'all don't know ball. That's crazy. Imagine not trusting Sean McVay.
The
Puka
former
Nacua.
Giants fan is a big Saquon fan, bro. He knows ball.
That's true. That's true.
Fun fact about Sean McVay. He won Georgia Football Player of the Year over Calvin Johnson in high school. I saw
That's
that today.
crazy. That I would bring that up at every dinner conversation.
um. Then Monday night we have an absolute banger. We have an absolute banger Monday night. Baltimore Ravens versus the Chargers in LA.
Ooh,
Ravens.
Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers.
bro, give me the Ravens as well.
Thanks for the crown. Bam, it's secured. Bam. I might as well just put it over here now.
Well, why do you think the Chargers are gonna win? I'm curious.
They got momentum. They Jim Harbaugh has his team believing in themselves. Justin Herbert's playing well. You got McConkey. You got this fucking Dizzler dude who X had him. X picked him up on the waiver in his fucking in our fantasy league this weekend. That dude burned me. So props to him. But I just think the Ravens are kind of, I don't know. The Ravens defense kind of sells, and I'm thinking at home Chargers, they're gonna do it again. So.
Yeah, I will say I said on the last episode, I didn't know how the Ravens offense was going to get stopped. It just seems pretty self-explanatory that they're either going to get a field goal or a touchdown. But the Steelers exposed that. The Steelers exposed that so hard. So I'm going in this a little nervous. I'm not going to cap, but I think it's a get-right game for them. Zay Flowers, 100 yards. Derrick Henry's old, washed self, maybe 60 yards tug. So we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. We will see. But I think that's game of the week right there. But that wraps up our picks. Kind of wraps up Kekcast number 7. As always, like that, subscribe, and comment. Say it every week. Comment down below if you think we don't know ball. If you think you know ball, if you got balls, we'll bring you on. And yeah, you guys got anything to say?
Nope, just like,
I'm taking a
comment,
dub.
subscribe.
I'm fucking losing this crown.
You ain't taking shit.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if you can go back to back. That'd be crazy. You'd be the first back to back. So
I will. I'm gonna get them all right.
Well, there we go. That's that. We will see you guys here next week, and we'll see who has a crown above their head. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Kekcast number 7. Like, subscribe, comment. Till next week. Boom.